Here's the result for the guy you filled out the survey for. He gets a C+. plus. This guy is rather so-so. Not too good, not too bad. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is not just all talk, he truly backs up his words with hard work and determination. When he sets a career goal, he commits deeply and puts in the effort, often working late or thinking through smart strategies. So, yes, he is likely to go far if you're okay letting him lead his journey his way.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he doesn't fall apart or lash out. Instead, he takes a step back, keeps his feelings locked inside, and quietly figures out what to do next. You'll need to be patient as he prefers to handle struggles silently rather than sharing them.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work are likely to respect his intelligence and the strong results he delivers, but he might not have many close friends there. He isn't the type to start loud fights, but he can be blunt, distant, or seem a bit cold, which can make teamwork or casual bonding tough. He may not go out of his way to please others or sugarcoat his opinions, so some colleagues may find him hard to approach.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he isn't likely to feel threatened or jealous. He respects hard work and big dreams, and he'll quietly appreciate your achievements, even if he doesn't always say so out loud. So expect silent support rather than big shows of pride or affection when you shine.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he probably won't make a fuss or show open resentment. Deep down, he's comfortable with what he brings to the table and is not the type to let ego get in the way. He's more focused on his own goals and isn't bothered by keeping score.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is not the type to waste money on random things or make impulsive purchases. He may not keep every little detail organized, but he's practical and puts effort into things that matter, including managing his finances. You won't see him splurging just to impress others or buying things on a whim.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He's not someone who tries to show off or live beyond his means. You won't catch him buying flashy things just to impress others or acting richer than he really is. He prefers to keep things simple and spends thoughtfully, focusing on what actually matters to him.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He isn't naturally open handed or warm when it comes to sharing either his money or his feelings. He's more reserved and practical, giving when he sees a real need, but not going out of his way to offer help or comfort. If you're hoping for someone who offers warmth and support easily, you might feel a gap here.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's not likely to be sneaky or controlling about money, but he also won't share every little detail or sit down for long talks about it. He tends to keep things to himself, not because he wants to hide, but because he doesn't think to involve others much. You won't face games or power plays over money, but if you want open discussions and teamwork with finances, you might have to ask directly.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He doesn't have strong feelings about keeping things perfectly tidy, and he isn't likely to set strict rules for who does what. But that also means he may not notice mess or step up unless you ask directly. He's open but not naturally tuned into these things.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He isn't the type to jump in on his own or notice what needs doing around the house or with kids. If you ask him clearly, he'll help out, but don't expect him to spot things or share the load without being told. He might do a task quietly and competently when told, but there won't be much enthusiasm or teamwork spirit.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He's not the type to argue just for the sake of being right, and you won't see long fights over every small issue. But at the same time, he doesn't put much effort into deeply understanding your feelings or point of view. Usually, he'll listen quietly and might not say much, which can leave you feeling unheard.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
Even when he's angry, he usually keeps things under control. He doesn't raise his voice, say hurtful things, or act aggressive. This can be hard as you may feel shut out or unsure what he's thinking.
Does he have a bad temper?
He is not someone who loses his temper quickly. He usually stays calm even when things are tough and doesn't get easily triggered. If he does get upset, he keeps it to himself rather than making a big scene.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He isn't the type to openly blame you when something goes wrong, but he also struggles to say sorry or take responsibility right away. Instead, he tends to go quiet and keeps his thoughts to himself, making it hard to know what he's really feeling or thinking. If taking responsibility and making up matters a lot to you, be ready to ask for it directly because he's not likely to offer those words on his own.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He is not the type to push hard or ignore your no. Even though he may not be the most emotionally tuned in partner, he does respect personal space and boundaries. If you clearly say no or set a limit, he's likely to accept it quietly without argument or pressure. Always make your needs clear, as he's best with direct and honest communication.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
He is not the type to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He won't sulk, argue, or act upset about it. Instead, he'll accept your answer quietly and carry on as usual. You can say no honestly and expect him to respect it without drama or complaint.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care. He is not the kind of person who would use your private or intimate experiences against you, even if you both have a disagreement later on. With him, your secrets and vulnerable moments stay safe and respected, even when there are ups and downs.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is generally steady and not easily distracted by other women. He tends to keep to himself and doesn't go looking for excitement or attention outside the relationship. While he may not express his affection openly, loyalty is something he quietly holds on to.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
He is not the type to be overpossessive, jealous, or controlling. He usually minds his own business and doesn't spend a lot of energy checking up on you or questioning your actions. If you want a partner who gives you freedom and trusts you, you're likely to feel comfortable with him.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, with him, being protective is not a mask for controlling behavior. He doesn't have the kind of personality that watches your every move or limits your freedom. You won't see him making strict rules or getting involved in every detail of your life.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He's not likely to see parenting as a true team effort unless you talk about it directly. He won't insist that you do everything, but he also may not notice when things need to be done or step up on his own. He needs clear direction rather than just hints.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is likely to stay calm and not lose his temper. He doesn't react with yelling or anger, and you won't need to worry about big emotional outbursts from his side. He's steady, but not very emotionally warm during tough moments.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He will quietly respect your role as both a mother and your own person without trying to control you or push you into only one box. He focuses on his own path and is comfortable letting you do the same. So he won't stand in your way if you want to grow outside the home or balance work and family. He'll give you space and freedom, but don't expect lots of visible or affectionate support in daily life.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he's not the type to suddenly turn around and ask you to quit your career after you have a child. He is steady in his thinking and respects your independence. So, if he supports your work now, that is unlikely to change later on. What you see now is what you'll get in the future.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is more likely to act polite on the surface rather than show real warmth toward your parents. He'll manage basic respect and manners, but may not go out of his way to build a close or affectionate bond with them. He won't be rude or cause problems, but his approach will stay formal and a bit distant. He is unlikely to put in extra effort to adjust to your family's ways, but he also won't demand that they change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly and won't make things worse. He isn't the type to argue, raise his voice, or get into dramatic fights with your relatives. Instead, he'll likely keep to himself, stay quiet, or even distance himself from the situation.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
He is not the type to be two faced or set double standards. If he treats you in a modern way when you're alone, he will mostly continue that, even in front of his relatives. He doesn't worry much about what others think or push you to act like a traditional supportive wife just for appearances. You'll find that he values consistency and doesn't pressure you to put on an act, but you might have to handle family expectations on your own.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he's most likely to stay out of it rather than take sides or openly support you. He doesn't enjoy conflict and prefers to avoid getting involved in family disagreements. He won't go against you or side with them directly, but you may feel alone having to handle the situation yourself.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He isn't a classic mummy's boy who always puts his mother first, but that doesn't mean he'll clearly take your side either. Most likely, he'll stay neutral or step back from the conflict, not wanting to upset anyone or get dragged into emotional debates. He won't argue with you for his mother or insist you do things her way, but he also won't firmly stand up for you if there's a disagreement.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He is not the kind of man who will share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He values his own space and privacy, so he keeps personal matters between the two of you. You don't have to worry about your private moments or disagreements becoming family gossip.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all of this analysis, this guy gets a C plus. This guy is so, not too good, not too bad, a bit mediocre. Being in a relationship with this man day in and day out feels steady but can also feel a bit lonely at times. He works hard, minds his own business, and rarely brings drama or arguments, which means life together is mostly calm and practical.